So far, from looking at a few films like Brick, Double Indemnity, and LA Confidential, the main thing that really intrigues me about film and neo-noir genre is the way like different storylines are put together within the actual single storyline, like how they all merge with one another. And a prime example of this would be LA Confidential. Each of the three cop characters, Ed, Jack, and Bud, all have their own story, and they all link together in the end to make the overall story. My favourite one being that of a guy called Rollo Tomasi. He's not actually real, but Ed actually says to Jack Vincennes that Rollo Tomasi was the name he gave to an unnamed person who shot his father and got away with it. Ed said that the man, Rollo Tomasi, was the reason that he actually became a cop, to catch people that, like his dad's murderer, got away with it. This is where it gets interesting, because Jack then goes to Dudley Smith's house, who is the chief of the police department, and he wants to inquire about further information about three other men, the link between Dick Stensland, Buzz Meeks, and Dudley himself. And Smith listens long enough to find out if Jack has actually told Ed anything, and when Jack says he hasn't informed Ed about the link between these three people, Smith then suddenly turns around and shoots Jack. And as Jack is about to die, Dudley asks if there is anything that he wishes to say, and Jack, the only thing he says is Rollo Tomasi. It then goes to a shot of them in the police department, and Smith is announcing that all cases will be suspended until the killer of Jack is found. He dismisses everyone and just calls Ed back, and he says that they only have one lead, and that this lead, the guy, is called Rollo Tomasi. And this is where it's interesting, because Ed has told Jack, and Jack is the only other person that would know, he realises that Dudley is Jack's killer, because only Ed and Jack would know that this Rollo Tomasi character. And without that, Dudley wouldn't know a name. So Jack's obviously realises that Jack has said something about it. And I think this is a really good touch, because instead of Ed just finding out just the usual ways that you would, it adds a little extra twist to the story and keeps you really engaged. I really hope that when we come to actually make our film, that we can include like little hints and bits within the storyline to make an overall outcome in the end. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see, because obviously we need to think of some first. So. The next thing I found really intriguing during my sort of early research into film and neo-noir is the lighting. And for this bit of this video, I'm going to talk about the lighting that is used during Double Indemnity. First of all, I really like how the use of Venetian blinds is used throughout the film to create somewhat of a division on the characters' faces and bodies. It suggests to me that the different characters have possible things to hide, as well as the dark and light representing contrast and the two sides of the character's personality. And I think the Venetian blinds do this really well, because they create a divide clearly through the use of the light. What also really intrigues me is how the lighting is used to create shadows. It creates a well-balanced visual image, and also could suggest that the characters have like the Venetian blinds, have two sides to their personality, but also that they could possibly hide in something, which creates quite a good sense of mystery. This is used especially in Double Indemnity, because the shadows are used mainly when Walter Neff and Phyllis Dietrichson, who are the two main characters, are in the shot. This is very effective because it creates an eerie effect within the audience's mind, because you never quite know what's going to happen between the characters.